Hi guys and ladies, and welcome. We are just going to do a quick shack video tonight. We're doing it recorded because we don't come on live as much as we used to. Just move some of this out of the way so that we can, so we've not got this in the way. Right, we've got a couple of jobs coming up on the shack soon. It would help if I could get this damn thing out of my way. It's the, what do you call it, the lead for the, there we go. Now what we've got in front of us here, guys, I bought this. I gave £60 for this from a friend of mine. His father's not long passed away, and this was his father's, my good friend Tony's. He lived in Wales, Tony. He was round here though. I got to know him when he lived up this end. And his son got all his amateur radio and CB radio gear. And I bought this little gem off him. It's a President President Grant, and it's in nice condition. I mean, it did actually have vinyl wrap on the top, which depicted you know, army stuff, because that's what Tony was into, but I'm not, I'm afraid. So I decided to remove that. It does need a service. I have had it on the test set, and it does need a service. It's not bad, it's not bad. It's doing about 7 watts. It was doing, on my cheap meter when we done my load, it was showing up 10 watts, showing up a bit more than 10 watts. But what we'll do, we'll put it on the test set again, and I can, because the test set's warmed up by now, and I can show all you guys. We're on channel 20. There we go, we're on mid-band on channel 20. So what we'll do, we'll put it on the test set, and we'll show you guys what it's actually doing on the test set under test conditions. We're not going to check the receive, because it does receive well. It's picking up a couple of foreigners, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to briefly look at the transmitter, because I know the plug's a bit loose as well. So what we can do, we can turn that so I can see it. It needs the bulb replacing because somebody's put an LED in. But that being said, I might leave that because it does light up the whole meter. It just doesn't light it up in patches. So somebody might have put a diffuser or something in there, but it lights up the whole meter. So we'll go to the test set. There's the test set. So right, so we're on channel 20, and we have the volume down. So if I key the mic, we're on the frequency is showing 27,204, but we can adjust that. We can bring that up with a clarifier. There you go. So it is slightly off because the clarifier is there at 12 o'clock. Let's put my glasses on. Where's my glasses? There they are. Let's put my glasses on, and we'll see where the clarifier is at 12 o'clock. But make sure the clarifier is in the right place as well. And it is. And my sponges have just fell on the floor. So what we'll do, we'll get the roller solder. We'll pop the roller solder under that. Be better anyway. There we go. Right. So we're dead on 12 o'clock. With the clarifier. And it is a little bit off, but not too far. So we're on mid-band on channel 20. So if I blip the microphone, there you go. We're doing, we're on FM. We're doing 27,204.53. Now if I just adjust that, there you go. Right, come back down a little bit. There you go. Now where are we now on the clarifier? We're at 2 o'clock. So we're not far out. On AM it's supposed to be 10 watts. So we'll see what it's doing on AM. Because on AM and FM it's supposed to be 10 watts. Let's blip that up. And it's doing the same. But on my hobby meter it shows that we're doing, on my little digital meter with the dummy load in it. Hang on. There you go. That was me finger test set going into thingy mode, screen save mode. Now we've got another button here which is bright and dim, but somebody's changed that. Now when I press that, if I key it up and I press that, we're on 205. Now it's gone to 27215, which is basically in between. I think that's alphas, isn't it? I'm not sure, but I think that's in between, isn't it? Alphas. We just come back to normal again. The end button there's a Roger bleep. That's clear. That's noise blanker, and that one there is modulation or RF. So what we can do, we can look at the deviation on FM. We'll look at the deviation. So we're on FM, yeah. That's too much. But that being said, I do have a mic gain on here. So if I turn the mic gain, hello, there you go. We can adjust that with the mic gain. So, but we will adjust it so that it's properly anyway. But yeah, you know, it does work. The SSB works. If I put it onto SSB, oh hang on, that's AM. Radio. Yeah, so it's, I mean, I'm not sure how you use this meter in this test set in SSB. Press that there, that's modulation. Hello. Why is that going up and oh? It will, won't it? Hello. Yeah, goes to about 9 watts, doesn't it? But yeah, it does need a service. But on my what do you call it? On my hobby meter, that goes up to nearly 20 watts. I know this switch is a bit dirty. Try an LSB. Radio. Hello. Yeah, it's about the same everywhere. But that being said, we're on FM on this, so I'm not sure how you change this. If we go to, just move that out of the way a minute. Modulation frequency, AM. Modulation. See, I'm not sure. I need to read the manual on this because so far I've only been doing CBs, FM CBs. I've not been doing anything else with it, have I really? So so That's the generator. I don't know how you put it into. That's your frequency. So let's put it on AM. Right, so right. So what's happened there? Let's reset it. It didn't like that. Buttons being pressed while it was keyed up. Right. Well, we are in the right place for the frequency. We are in the right place anyway. So if I press count, there you go. Key it up. 8.7, yeah. And it's pretty much on. It does need setting up because that's at 2 o'clock, and without 12 o'clock, we should be on frequency, but we're slightly off. But not much, but not off by far. Only by a little bit. So we'll put that back at 2 o'clock. See, as long as you know these things. There you go. Just before 2 actually, it's near 1. It's near 1 o'clock. But we go to zoom, power. Yeah, we're just under 10 watts. So, you know, I'd rather believe this meter than the hobby meter. Now, if we put it on SSB, hello, we got that turned up. Yeah. Hello. Yeah, so let's have a look at, we'll press range. Hello. Yeah, it's, yeah, it is a bit. Let's press. That doesn't make any difference until you go back to the main screen. I need to read up on this to see how you do, how you actually test. I would imagine you just see you've got. I've never done SSB on it, so I need to look into it. Let's have a quick look at the receiver. Right. So we want to put in the receiver. We want to put in. 76, generally what I use. There we go. Right, so right, 27.205. There we go. It should be right. Now if I get me leads, which are under here, with my extension speaker lead and my scope lead. Now if I just pop the extension speaker in, there you go. Put it on FM. Let's turn this up a bit. There we go. Right, so we're actually getting. Let's see what we get. Let's come back down. Yeah, we're not doing bad actually. We're actually can just hear that, and we're at 8.5. So let's get it to 12. Yeah, 101 for 12. Yeah, 104 for 12 decimal for 12 dB cyanide, 12 dB cyanide. So we're not doing bad. We're going the wrong way. There we go, let's turn the RF gain. This does work. Yeah, it was all the way up when I tested it. And we're actually on, we're just over S9, which is where we want to be for we're just around about the 1 microvolt, so we want to be about, so that's about right. Yeah, I wasn't going to do the receiver on this one, but we're working. So yeah, we're happy with that. Now let's have a listen on the air. See what we can find. Turn the test set off. We don't need that now. Move the camera to back over here. Right, let's get the aerial. Right, we're not going to be able to go on the UK FM on here. We can get near it, but not exactly where we want to be. So we're not going to bother with that, because this is only high, mid, low. We'll have a listen on there. See, we're well out. That sounds a bit better. So we can get into it there, just. Yeah, that's channel 19, but it's showing us channel 33 because of.
He just make up his mind. He wants me to cut a shit audio down. Is that what he's saying? Within 4 seconds of him making a comment, you can laugh at his comment, can't you? So you're gonna get somebody to cut an audio down that shit. Well, what? Why don't you just leave me to be shit? I don't get it. He's full of shit in it.
Hey, cockhead.
Hello? Hello? Is that you cunt?
Hello, cockhead. It's Andy Apollo. Can you give us a quick check? I'm on another radio. I might be slightly off frequency though.
Yeah, you're working, yeah?
Yeah, cheers, Ian.
The best I can do because Johnny the Cowboy's on here now, and I'm going to rip him a new one because he never has his kids. He spends all his money on radio gear and never buys his kid fuck all. Just like Al Capone. He's got kids and he don't want out to do with him.
Roger, I'm just sat here listening. I've just had this on the test set, but I'm just doing a quick video. I'm not live tonight, it's a recorded one. I bought this off a friend of mine yesterday. I just thought I'd check it out. Over. It's President Grant.
Well, it's working.
Oh, cheers, Ian. Catch you later, my friend. You take it easy.
Thank you, sir. I've got to carry on. Right, okay, so hang on. Al Capone, what?
Right, so there we go, guys. That's it is working. So we've had a bit of a radio check there, and it is working, and I'm happy. I mean, I knew it was. The lad said it was working, although all he'd done was turned it on and powered it up. But it is working, so you know. I wonder if I should go to 555 on here. There's 555. Turn that to there. Put my glasses on. And if I turn that to just about 1 o'clock, she'll put us where 555 is. Put this onto SSB. USB even. Hello, is anybody on here can give me a quick check? Hello, this is Andy Apollo. Is there anybody on here can give me a quick check? Over. Nobody about. So let's have a flip round mid-band.
Die 269 der Hans aus Fürstenwalde mit 4 und 7. Die 1108 der Alex mit 5 und 7. Der Fisch der Uwe mit 4 und 6. Frank mit 509 aus Eckersdorf Flugplatz. Und dann schönen guten Abend zurück. So, die Windexneuen, der Micha ebenfalls am selben Gerät mit 509. Und ich wünsche euch da viel Spaß am Vorabend, bevor das alles da losgeht. Ja. Mario hatte ich heute Nachmittag schon gesprochen gehabt. Ja, selbes Gerät, wahrscheinlich auch selben S-Wert hier und Radio-Wert. Also das war von meiner Seite aus und damit geht das Mike wieder zum Andi zurück.
This is Andy Apollo from the United Kingdom. Are you receiving me? Over. Standing by.
Furchtbar kaputtes Signal, weiß jetzt gar nicht, wer da war, aber kann ja nicht mal Deutsch. Auf jeden Fall ist das richtig furchtbar zerstört. Ja, so die Bauern, da funktioniert irgendwas nicht. Ja, your modulation is broken, my dear friend. Keine Reaction, also bitte aber nie weitermachen. Naja, ich will es aufziehen. Klaus und Kuttila, die das sagen, ja, dann werde ich auch gleich
Only them on it.
Durchlauf machen hier. Und du kannst dich da natürlich gerne reinmelden. Na. Gut, fange ich an mit dem Klaus, die 028. Grüß dich.
See if there's anything on low band. I doubt it. Put it back on AM. There's something there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 Wechselgeräte habe ich hier im Betrieb.
There's something there.
Mit 10% über den Netzteil.
So it is working, it's not bad.
We getting attacked in my house, so you're on about that girl there. 30 years. Happened in the 90s.
So there we go, guys. I won't let you hear any of that. Let's see how far we can gain. Cockhead down.
Why did you mention something that happened 30 years ago? Are you losing something here?
There we go.
You're...
There you go, guys. That's the President Lincoln. I wonder if they'll bring out a President Trump. There. I wonder if they'll bring out a President Trump. Let's get this a bit better in shot. There we go. There's the President Lincoln. I didn't use it on the mic it came with because it's a bit dodgy. It needs a rewire. Let's zoom in a bit so you can all have a good look at this little radio. There you go. Yeah, this is not for sale, this radio, by the way, guys. This is a keeper because even though I did purchase it, I promised my friend that I would not sell it for profit because he could have done that. He could have got a bit more, not much more, but he could have probably got a bit more than what he let me have it for. I mean, I've tidied it up and, you know, it looks nice. It's not bad. Looks nicer on camera than it does in person, but that being said, it doesn't look that bad in person. And you know, I've had to redo this decal, all this here, because it had a fake one because that button's been changed. The bright button's been changed on its function. I think it puts you. I think it puts you in between channels, puts you on alphas. I'm not sure, but I need to look it up. But like all these radios, it has been messed with, but we'll straighten it out. We'll sort it at some point, and you know, we'll get a nice president, get a nice mic for it. You know, we'll get a nice. Well, what we'll do, we'll find a nice coffin mic, and we'll order something like that. Only not that one because that's my TriStar one. But we'll find a nice. I've got a Sharman's one somewhere. We'll find a nice coffin mic, and what we'll do, we'll order. We'll go on to Print Extreme and order some President decals and put a decal on the mic. It had a big President decal on here as well, on the top, but I took it off. The mic's got one on as well, but somebody's painted the mic. I might even what I might do, guys, I might even respray the original mic. You know, respray it black because it's supposed to be black. And somebody sprayed it military green, olive green. Probably Tony, I don't know. But, you know, we want it black really, so we'll probably respray it. We'll rub it down and respray it and rewire it. So we might, because there's nothing wrong with the original mic apart from the fact that some of the wiring's a bit dodgy. When you move it, it's sort of like, the wires on the plug short out on each other somewhere. I've not looked at it yet. But yeah, I'm happy with that, guys. That was a good purchase for the price I gave. You know, I offered him 50, but he, you know, he says, give us a minute to think. He says, I'll come back to you. You know, and I said to him, I said, the only one I could find online that was available was 160 quid. I think it was either 160 or 140, but it was in lovely condition. And it was in lovely condition, I said, so, you know, he come back and he said 60, so I wasn't losing it for 10 quid. So I bought it for 60, and I wasn't losing it for 10 quid. I don't do that, guys. I won't lose something for a low price. But what we need to do at some point, the speaker's got no screws in it, so we need to do, when we do the service, we'll do the speaker. Somebody just take the speaker in, so they must have lost the screws. But we can sort that. That's just easy enough to deal with. We need to put I was going to change the dial lamp back to a bulb, but I'll leave the LED in because it lights up. I mean, it looks better off camera than it does on camera. you know, it looks better off camera than it does on. So we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave the. Yeah, we're gonna leave the LED in there. Hello, scrappy little fella. Hello, little lad. So that's it, guys. That's your video for tonight. I've ordered. I mean, Martin, the chipmunk, has got a fluorescent LED tube for me, but unfortunately I can't afford to wait for it to get here. So I've actually ordered one. I've bought one, and I'm gonna, as soon as it gets here, I'll have the Mildred round to put the tube up and the camera bracket, the camera, you know, so we can then have the camera above the bench properly, and we can have the yeah, you know how it goes. We can have everything done, and we can have the camera up there, one in front of there, one in front of me. But yeah, I'm happy with that, guys. It's showing a bit less on the test set, but there again, that's a professional test set. It's showing a bit less on the test set than what it's showing on my hobby meter. Shows, you know, so it shows how inaccurate the hobby meters actually are, doesn't it? Because that test set is going to be accurate, isn't it? You know, it's gonna be. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I really do appreciate you watching these videos. I know I've not been in the shack for a while. I've not been in the shack for a while because we're just waiting to get these jobs done, because I can't do any repairs without. And I've got a repair. I've got a job here for Jason. He wants his Uniden recapping, and I might have to do it in the workshop, but he said he's not in any rush, so we'll probably give it a couple of weeks, I think. As soon as the light gets here, me and the Mildred put it up. As soon as that's done, we're not going to take it to anywhere fancy. We're just going to take it to a plug socket. That's all we're going to do with it. Just run it to a plug socket. We've got a spare down here. And if we haven't, we'll find one. But yeah, we've got a spare plug socket somewhere down here. We must have. I mean, I've got games consoles plugged in down here. They don't need to be plugged in down here. They can be unplugged. And, you know, like me Switch and me Nintendo 3DS, they can be plugged. They can be put somewhere else for charging. I don't need them in here. I don't even play them in here, so, you know, they don't need to be in here, so they can be gone for the start. So that's it, guys. You know, a brief explanation of why I've not been on. A brief showing of the President Grant, which is in nice condition. It's not bad. I think it's had the decal here replaced, because it's got a little bit of a bump in it there. You can just see it just before, just to the right of the band switch. But we may do some modifications to this, and you know, I'm going to have a look at what see what I'll have a chat with Graham at Microchips, see what Microchips thinks, see what Graham thinks. I know he can do I know these can be done, because I've seen him do one or two. So we'll have a look, and we'll do it. What we'll do it ourselves. I'll do it myself. But yeah, I only got a bit of a short distance rig check off Cockhead, but you know, anything's better than nothing. You know, at least it is working, which I knew it was. But it's nice to hear somebody on there, isn't it? You know, get a check. It's nice to hear somebody on, so we can get a proper check. Anyway, guys, you all take it easy, and we'll get this uploaded for you, and we will be back this way tomorrow, yeah, because it's usually live in the shack on a Friday. So we'll be live tomorrow, guys. But thank you very much for joining me, and thank you very much for subscribing. Like, share, subscribe, buy me a coffee, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you later. Thank you very much. Bye for now.